isolated, cut off from everything and everyone, completely, utterly alone. Stop it, Helicity. Thinking like that doesn't help, so just stop. As she turned toward the trapdoor, a flicker of light caught her eye. She blinked, sure she had imagined it. But then it came again. A small boat slipped into view from behind the ruins of a toppled house. A lone figure sat by the outboard motor. Her heart skipped a beat. Sam. There could be only one reason Sam Levesque was out there. He'd found her note explaining that she'd gone to the lighthouse to search for her brother, Andy. Now, like a knight in shining armor, he was coming to rescue her, the damsel in distress trapped in the tower. Except I'm no damsel, and he's the one who will need saving if he doesn't get to shelter now. Warring emotions, fury at Sam's recklessness, fear for his safety, and the tiniest spark of joy that he'd come for her, despite the risks, bubbled up inside her. Then the person shouted, "Scout! Here, Scout! I've got a treat for you! Where are you, girl?" Helicity's eyes widened. That's not Sam. It's a man looking for a dog. She understood the impulse to rescue a loved one, human or animal. Her need to help Andy had driven her to the lighthouse. But she had chased after her brother long before the hurricane hit. Why was this man out now, when the worst of the storm was about to engulf them? She gasped with sudden understanding. He doesn't know what's coming. She'd heard stories of people who mistook the eye of the hurricane for the end of the storm. Too often, those stories ended in tragedy. Not this time. She shot a savage glare at the clouds looming overhead, then cupped her hands into a megaphone. Hey! Hey, mister! The hurricane isn't over! Find shelter now! The flashlight beam continued to play over piles of debris. She cursed. He hadn't heard her. Maybe the wind gusts, more frequent and stronger now, had snatched away her warning. Or the boat's motor had drowned out her shouts. Or maybe she was just too far away and too high up for her voice to carry down to him. She tried again, yelling until her throat felt raw. But the boat kept motoring along, the light moving in sweeping arcs as the man called for his dog. Overhead, the eye wall was slowly swallowing the moon. A sense of helplessness boiled up inside her. If he doesn't get out of here... The boat suddenly looped around. The motor revved and the man sped off. Helicity sagged with relief as she watched him disappear into the darkness. Saying a silent prayer for his safety, she hurried to the trapdoor and climbed down the ladder. She pulled the hatch shut behind her with a solid thud, sealing herself inside. And not a moment too soon. As if someone had flicked a switch, the gusting wind grew to a freight train howl. The clouds let loose a downpour that pounded on the platform above her head. A deafening clap of thunder ripped through the air, its vibrations reverberating through her body. Helicity dropped down on all fours and crawled through the pitch dark until she came to a wall. Her fingertips touched wetness. Rainwater was streaming down the whitewashed bricks. She pressed her lips to the widest rivulet, grateful for the drink. Blam! Something slammed against the outside of the lighthouse with such force, her mouth jarred against the bricks. She jerked back, tasting blood instead of water, every muscle tense, waiting for a second blow. When none came, she edged forward and resumed drinking. The water stung the cuts on her lips, but she didn't care. She drank until she could hold no more, then inched to a dry section of floor and sat down with a tremulous sigh. Knees sagging to either side, and hands resting limply in her lap.